got the devil in my eye, I'm doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye, I'm doing God's work. I got the devil in my eye.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the LA Chargers. Season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The NFL's active leader in rush yards, Derrick Henry. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
An early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second and 5.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, here's Mitchell. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running game clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mitchell. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and this brings up a 3rd and goal. Here's Mitchell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They throw it out right, complete. Parker's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3rd down and 6. Now Mahomes. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. A pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mitchell. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a 3rd down throw, but he misses the target, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Another run with Mitchell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing, Jones. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
Godwin continues to be the receiver every quarterback wants in his offense. Over 100 catches and 1,000 yards last season. Fills that reliable short field role and knows how to get open quickly on any type of route.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, 14 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead out to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Probably what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom. Down the left sideline. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. It really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now they're in the hurry up.
When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Stop them next time. Yeah, focus on that. Okay, we gotta block it next time. Block it.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Charger drive about to get going.
2nd half begins with a carry by Mitchell.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here's Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 84 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Right back to Mitchell here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Jones on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Inside handoff, Henry. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Shreds the Derrick Henry all alone. Still going. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 135 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Henry. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple more times?
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third and 8. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pushing through the contact. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Henry up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get
under pressure. They got him again. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return,
and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Oh, look at the juke. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make the play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick here is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Be a good day, boys. Come on, man. Let's make a play here. Hey, let's go. Go, baby.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Keep moving the ball.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Charles, defensively, one timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Mahomes. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll come up now on second down. On second down, here's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll run. It's Henry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The CDR is a little extra excitement for week